What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for a live show, where we're gonna talk about what has been um, uh, eventful, crazy, weird, disappointing, almost 24 hours, 23 hours to be exactly, where a lot of things happen, and the funny part is, yesterday's live I ended with, again, like as I always do. Hopefully something uh, happens on Monday. So today, so we can kick on and start moving things around. Things happen, but not the things we were hoping, expecting, needing, whatever. It's kind of all bad news, or like not all bad news, but like everything we believed that could happen, or everything we thought should be happening, is gone. It's off the board now, and I have actually no idea what the ideas, what the plan is moving forward, because those were the names that have been mentioned every single day, basically, for the last 2 weeks, and it's gone now. So absolutely no idea what to talk about. Like moving after today, because names are gone. Names are gone. Let's start with what happened the moment I ended yesterday's live, and that's Pogba, because that was a big story, because that kickstarted basically everything. So I ended the live, and the first thing that happened was Romeo Agresti tweeted out that Pogba uh, traveled to Saudi Arabia on Friday, it was, he said, and he visited the facilities of Al Hilal, I think it was. And then Di Marzio followed it up with saying there's a 100 million euro offer over 3 years on the table, and he visited the facilities because the club wants him. Pogba didn't make a decision, blah blah blah, all those things. And then a good 15 to 20 minutes later, Di Marzio kind of backtracked a little bit, because he changed the article he put out, and he said Pogba went to Arabia, excuse me, for personal reasons, and then he added to the article that, according to, I think it was Telefoot 2, they claim Pogba was there to visit the facilities of a team, and all those things. So you had the first part of the story where it was shock, because that's kind of like it came out of nowhere, and then 20 minutes later it was backtracking, saying it's for personal reasons. And even today, the most, like, the bigger part of the sources are saying he was there for personal reasons, he's not in talks, he wants to stay, blah blah blah, all those things. So it kind of flipped within an hour, but it's significant, because it's, again, if it's for it could be for personal reasons. Oh, it was not Al Halil. Like, I'm sorry, because those names, those teams are being in the news like all over the place. Like 3, 4 teams. I got confused. But whichever team it was. But the news came out of nowhere, because I think nobody was expecting that, because even I think on Wednesday or Thursday there was a big story that he's definitely not leaving, and Nikoshira, everybody was saying like he wants to stay, he has no interest going to the Saudi league. But in fact he was there, because there are pictures, there are videos. It was also strange, because the videos only came out the moment the news dropped, the days before, or hours before, or minutes before, nothing. The moment the news drops, boom, all the videos out there. But it's out of nowhere, and you, like, I don't really believe in coincidence. I think he was there to visit facilities. That doesn't mean he wants to leave. All those things, but I don't think it was just for personal reasons. It's too. How do you want to say it? Like, it's too big of a coincidence. You know, but it's out of nowhere, and that's an issue, because the first part is, I've said it many times, I don't think he will stay fit. His track record last season, he will miss a lot of games. I hope not if he stays, but he will probably miss a lot of games. So when the news came out, and I was like, hey man, if they offer, like, it's sad, like the story, he came back and it's a complete flop. It is what it is. But I thought, you know, that's a big offer for him. If we can get money back and we can move him on, it is what it is. Do it and maybe get Milinkovic-Savic because that's the player we wanted, or maybe get somebody else. But keep it moving, keep it rolling, whatever. The other thing is, a lot of people, and with a lot of people I mean the club, Allegri, are banking their hopes big time on Pogba staying fit and having an impact on the season. You can call it naive, which is probably is, but it would be a big problem for the club because in their mindset they were kind of set. They were trying to add Milinkovic-Savic to that mix, and now you're in a situation where you're not getting Milinkovic-Savic, and maybe you're gonna lose Pogba. And how are you gonna cope with that? What is the plan? What is the idea? And I have absolutely no idea. I struggle to see what the plan and idea is now. Now imagine when all these things are happening, basically. Now, do I think Pogba will leave? Again, I can look like an idiot, and in 1 hour's time there's news that he's gonna leave. I will be shocked if he leaves. I would, because he doesn't strike me as a person that he will leave after one season, after the season he had. I think he wants to stay at least for a year and try to turn it around. That's my opinion. Again, I can be completely wrong, but that's the feeling I have. So I don't believe he's going to take that offer. I don't think he's going to make that move because it's weird. It's out of nowhere. It doesn't feel like it's something that it's something he would do, to be honest. That's what I think. But it's something we need to keep an eye on, and it needs to be resolved rather sooner than later, because we cannot go on having these talks, having these conversations, having these rumors basically hanging around, because that's crazy. Like, we cannot go into August the 1st and there are still rumors that he might leave, because that's crazy. He needs to come out actually today, because he was back today, but he will be probably back in training tomorrow because he got a few days off because he came back early. Probably tomorrow he needs to sit down with the club and make his decision. He needs to tell the club, I'm gonna stay no matter what, or he needs to tell the club, you know what, I'm thinking about leaving, so we can be prepared. That needs to happen tomorrow, first thing when he comes in, because we need to plan. If Pogba leaves, do you need to replace him? Yes, I need somebody coming into the club, because Miretti is still a working project. Rovella has injury issues, and I don't think Fagioli, Locatelli, and Rabiot are gonna stay fit enough to do something. And I don't want to have McKennie staying or Hans Nicolucci on the bench. Like, I don't want any of those options because those are bang average options. Like, it is what it is. So I don't want that. So we need to do something. But Pogba needs to make his decision today, and communicate that to the club tomorrow. But I will be absolutely stunned if he leaves. Like, absolutely shocked. If he leaves, I will be absolutely I will be absolutely shocked if he leaves. I'm not gonna lie. But that's the Pogba thing. That's what kind of kicked off the day, basically. Before I get into what happened next, I will dive into the comments if they have anything to do with Pogba, obviously. Welcome everybody. Please like the video. Do that. I will be happy if Pogba left. A lot of people will be happy because not because of the person, but like, he's not fit, so he's not helping. And if you can bring somebody in to pay money for him, and we can bring somebody in who is actually fit and is gonna contribute, then it's a good thing, I guess. As a fan, I can't be happy if he leaves. I'm just hoping you can say being delusional that you will stay at least and play half a season. But even half a season, I'm sure like I don't that's not enough half a season. Like on that wages he needs to have an impact on a consistent basis. So a great part, a large part of the season. Um, Allegri definitely top Paris. I'm not. I will talk Parisi later. Um, if we need a mid, I would go for Kamada. A lot of people are talking about Kamada. I saw that name popping up because he's out there. You can get him, but I think the main issue is that he's not European. Not sure how many foreign players we can have. You can sign 2 slots per transfer window, so that's that. But I don't think we're in for Kamada. He's more of an attacking midfielder. Um, I don't think we're in for Kamada. He's a cheap option, but there are no links with Kamada as of now. Okay. Again, Jeff, you can be right and he can leave, but I will be shocked. It's not with loyalty. It's just him as a person, not wanting to leave before he actually can turn around what he did not do last season. Like I don't expect loyalty of any of these players. I've said it many times. Like I know what the reality is. That's why I don't really care if their players are Italian or not, because Italian players are also starting to leave, are open to leave as well. So that's an issue, whatever. Like, I know there's no loyalty. That's why I don't buy jerseys with names on. Like, it's as simple as that. The only names I have, again, it's Chiellini, it's Marchisio, it's Buffon, and that's that in the last 10 years, whatever. Other than that, no names on the back because it is what it is. Like, it's 23. Like, I'm not an idiot. I know there's no loyalty, and especially not to clubs with lesser money than other clubs. Like, it is what it is. So I know that, but I will be absolutely shocked if he leaves because he doesn't strike me like that person. If you watch his documentary, he doesn't feel like he's that type of person. It's a lot of money. I'm not gonna say does he need the money. Like he doesn't need the money. Like he's rich enough. But 100 million, that's a lot of money for your family for generations. So it's not an easy decision. But yeah, that's the first part of the day, basically. The second part is in the morning, when the Milinkovic-Savic news breaks. He's gone. He's also going. I think he's then going to Hilal, one of the two. He's going. He received an offer of 20 million euros a season, and it ends there. If you're 22, you might be saying no to that. If you're 28, turning 29, you never play for a top club because Lazio are a good club, but they're not a top club. They're just a sub club, like sub top club. If you never make that jump, it's easy to basically say now, I'm gonna play for you. I'm gonna play for 20 million euros. Forget about the Champions League, all those things. It's much easier to do that, and I don't blame him to take that money. 20 million euro. If I were 28, and the only team in for me in Europe was Juve, with a lot of problems, not playing Champions League, and who knows what will happen in the future, and somebody offers me 60 million euros for 3 years, I'm taking that money. I am, I'm absolutely am. So I don't blame him. If we wanted Milinkovic-Savic, we should have moved way in advance. We know who Lotito was, but we did it. Maybe if we were in deep talks and it was close, Milinkovic-Savic would have said, you know what, I'm staying. I chose this path, but we never moved with Lazio. So it is what it is, And actually, yesterday I said I still don't really understand the transfer. I still don't believe that we are actually really in for Milinkovic-Savic. And I've also added that if it happens, it feels like a Chiesa type of deal that's gonna happen very late in the transfer window because I don't feel it. I don't feel we're really in for Milinkovic-Savic, and apparently we were not, or like we were, but it wasn't the priority. Because if he was a priority, even if you didn't have money, even if you first needed to sell Zakaria and all those players, you would have started talks with Lazio to see what could have been done. But that those talks never really took place. So going off that, like I'm not really mad because we have other priorities. But the saga's over. No, I want to say no summer where we will be linked to Milinkovic-Savic, but probably next summer we will be linked to Milinkovic-Savic for some reason. But it's done. Like he's not gonna play for us. 20 million euros. That's insane. And yeah, I would take him if I was if I was him, at his age, and only Juve in for me. I will take that money any day of the week. I would. I would not hesitate, and I don't think he will hesitate whatsoever. So that's another quote unquote target of the board. And it didn't stop there because a few minutes ago the Parisi deal to Fiorentina is done. Nico Shiro tweeted it out. Pedula tweeted it out. 11 million euros, 1.5 million for the player, and he's going to Fiorentina, which for me is the most frustrating thing out of all the things happened yesterday, because I don't think Parisi will be a world-class player. I think Parisi has the potential to be a Lichtsteiner type of player where he will give you consistent performances every single week. And that's what I was looking for. That's what I wanted, because I thought he had the potential to be that type of player where you get consistency every single week, 7 out of 10, most of the weeks, I will say that. 7 out of 10, and very cheap, very, very cheap. 10 to 11 million euros, cheap wages, perfect. Young, whatever. Sell on value if you actually don't want to keep him. That's the type of player I wanted. And I have absolutely no explanation why we are not getting him. The money thing, I don't believe. I think the club is really at a sticking point with we have Alexandro Kostic and Junior, although that makes absolutely zero sense possession-wise, but that's the club's thinking process now. When the club needed to be ruthless and needs to be ruthless and needs to tell Alexandro to piss off. Find the club, let's sign this agreement, leave. Leave now. We gave you money for 7 years and you stole 3.5 of those years. The money. Not stole, we gave it to him, but do us a favor, take that, sign this whatever waiver to terminate the contract, even with a small payoff, and leave. But the club is not being ruthless. They're being absolutely soft. And we are in a very bad situation, because if we go into a season with Alexandro playing a lot of the games, we're screwed. He's a terrible player at this stage of his career, and he will cost you games. And I know that for a fact because he did cost us games the last couple of years, and he will do it again. He will do it again. And the club's not being ruthless. They're being soft, and I have absolutely... That's why a couple of weeks ago, when I saw journalists putting out propaganda saying, Mana is doing a fantastic job. And I was like, I need to read this. And I read the Kulusevski deal. I'm like, that was an agreement, and we took less money. Nothing great about that. Keeping Milik, we had an agreement. We said no. We tried to lower the fee, and Marseille said, no, you're going to pay the fee. And what did we do? We paid the fee. They did not lower the fee. We paid the exact same fee we agreed on. So I'm not going to give him props for that as well. Signing Rabiot on a 1-year deal, I'm not going to give him props for that as well, because financially it makes absolutely zero sense. You're just losing money for some reason. So I'm not going to give him props for that as well. And that made me think of, we are kind of weak, or we're still weak at this moment in time, because you need to tell Alexandro to leave. Leave now. You need to tell Rugani and Bonucci to leave. Find the club. You're not going to play, and Allegri needs a backup. You're not going to play minutes. Find the club if you want to play. If you want to go to the Euros whatsoever, or the Copa America, I don't know. You need to play, because I'm not going to play your ass. But we're not doing that. We're not that type of club. And for some reason, we will never be that type of club. We're always trying to be nice when we don't need to be nice. And with players, you need to be nice, we treat him like crap. That's the history of the club the last couple of years. Because in a serious club, they would have told Alexandro, you're going to sit your ass on the bench. Rugani, Bonucci, De Sciglio, all those players, find a solution. Find the club. We will facilitate a move, but you guys help us out. Find the club because you're not going to play. But what will happen? Alexandro will play, Bonucci will play, Rugani will play, De Sciglio will play when he comes back. And why would those players leave? They get good money. They will still play games and all good, I guess. So not looking good. Like today the players came in. Tomorrow the other players are coming in, and next week we leave on tour, and we only have we are with 1,000 holes in this team, and absolutely no idea what's gonna happen because Milinkovic-Savic was a target off the board. Parisi was a target off the board. Pogba might leave. It's worse than we actually thought. It's actually worse than we thought. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Members Club. Thanks for supporting the channel. Also, the Prediction League, we have 3 winners. They all won their prizes. A jersey, official jersey. You can choose the name. That's to Jockey Bro. So congratulations. Norbert won the voucher, €50 voucher for the Juve store, and Hanin won a free membership for a year. If you want to participate in this year's Prediction League, which is going to be much bigger with more prizes, join the Members Club. Join then the Discord group by messaging me, and you get access to the Prediction League and win some stuff. But yeah, thanks. If you're not in the chat, DM me and I'll put you in the Discord chat. It's not Kostic and Junior. We have 3 left backs. It is not. We have 3 left backs. Sandro, Cancel, Cambiasso, Pellegrini not redeemed. They can go buy a 4th left back. Bologna wants Cambiasso, so they can keep Cambiasso. That's not an issue. And Lazio want Pellegrini. He can go to Lazio. Like, those are not the issues. Like, if you tell Lazio you can get Pellegrini for 5, they will keep him. Bologna is pushing to keep Cambiasso. They will keep him. So that's not the issue. The issue is Kostic, Junior, and Sandro. That's the actual issue at the club, which makes absolutely no sense. This club is dusted. Most of the fans are high on something as well. Negotiation skill. Even today, I saw the fans waiting on Allegri and cheering him on. Like, I'm not saying go there and spit in his face and insult him, but like, there's nothing to cheer about. Like I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. I sincerely think Allegri rejected Parisi. Like, he wanted to keep Quadrado, Sandro, Milik. I don't believe that. You can be right, but I don't really believe that, because the rumors about terminating Alexander's contract were from very good sources. So I don't think that's the issue here. Every mistake Sandro will make in the coming season will be Allegri's mistake, because Allegri is the only reason Alexander's at the club. I hope the board sees this as well. I'm not sure if they're gonna see it. Why are we losing targets to Fiorentina and Al Hilal? Well, one has a lot of money, and the other one, we never made an offer for Parisi, so that's that. Like, you're not losing if you're not in the race. You cannot lose if you're not participating into a game or whatever, into a race. So that's that. Allegri's best. Let me see. A serious club would have got Savage deal done within 2 years. If not, walk away. All this yearly drama is getting old. It is. I agree with that. No, Lazio don't want Pellegrini anymore. They want Pellegrini. I don't. If you like, let me know if you read that somewhere. But even today, I saw Di Marzio on Sky Italia. They want Pellegrini. They want to keep him. It's just we are asking for 12 million euros we agreed on, and they want to offer 7 or something. They want Pellegrini. They want to keep Pellegrini. Sarri wants to keep Pellegrini. His agent came out saying Lazio want to keep him. It's just the clubs need to find an agreement. They want to keep Pellegrini. And even if Lazio don't want him, you can find a club for Pellegrini. It's not that difficult. You will find a solution for Pellegrini. But yeah, so not a good day overall. Like, not a good day. Even the Zakaria thing. Like, last week it was so much optimism. Next week, new rounds of talks, and it will get done. Um, it's very close, and now it's not close. Like it's not close. They're in talks. Nikoshira said multiple clubs are in. West Ham is a priority, but it's not really close at this moment in time because even West Ham are keeping up, open all their options, and this is where the club needs to step in because our transfer window is depending on players moving. The club needs to tell West Ham it's now, or we're gonna listen to other offers and tell Zakaria it is what it is. We need to move on. West Ham are not really moving. We need to move. These are the other options. Make it work. Put pressure on these players because sooner rather than later, the news will come out that we're gonna sell Vlahovic or Chiesa. Because we are struggling to sell other players, but all this waiting is really terrible at this moment in time. It's the 10th of July. It's the 10th of July already. And we have done absolutely nothing. And I know money short, blah blah blah, but even on outgoings, we have absolutely done nothing, and that's why I was not giving credit to what has been done. People were giving, oh, we already signed Milik and Wea and Rabiot. No, Milik was our player. You had the option. Rabiot had no offer, so he stayed. And Wea, okay, fine, you signed the player, but I'm not gonna applaud you for keeping Milik, which was your player. You had the option. You didn't need to do any work. It was not groundbreaking. Rabiot stayed because he had no offers. There's nothing really that has been done to improve the team is the same. The team is not improved. It's the same. It's actually not the same because we lost Paredes and Cuadrado and Di Maria, and you got way out. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, it's the same thing. So nothing to praise about, nothing to look forward to, because you're gonna see the same thing. You're just gonna see the same thing. So yeah. Let me see. Cuadrado, yeah, he left. Almost 6 months approaching since Napoli put 5 against us. Well, not sure why you remember that, but good for you. It's okay because our captain kisses the badge. If I see only one Unity tweet this year every Jesus Christ, though that was pure banter. That was the most horrific thing. I have no idea why the club thought that was a good thing to keep doing that as well. So yeah, he must be realistic. Nobody wants to give us 70 mil for Vlahovic. Good, then he's staying. I don't get it. Then he's staying. People are willing to pay 60 million for Højlund, so why would they not pay 70 mil for Vlahovic? It's your job to bump that price. So they're paying 100 million for Declan Rice, 65 for Havertz, 65 for Mason Mount. It's up for you to make it work, basically, if you want to sell Vlahovic, obviously. But at this moment in time, they're trying to sell Zakaria, Mekani, Arthur, all those things, and it's not working because, well, no club wants him, and the clubs who want him are not really jumping on it. They're like, yeah, we want you, but we're keeping all options open because there are better options. Yeah, 55 million pounds, right? Not euros. Even that is still insane. 55 million euros for Mason Mount. Jesus Christ. Imagine Juve making that type of signing, paying that type of money for a player of that caliber. I think I will cry on stream because that's just that's insane. Absolutely insane. But yeah, we are in a banter club. We are a banter club. We buy highs. We buy high, sell low. Even yeah. I mean, in terms of selling, we are probably the worst. One of the worst clubs in Europe. We absolutely stink at selling. We just can't sell. We undervalue players. We always find a way to agree on the worst type of package deal for our players. It's a gift. It's a gift. It's actually a gift because I don't see any team struggle like we do in terms of selling players. You know, 30 minutes in, and Di Marzio has nothing on Juve. Because if it's big news, it goes at first. If it's kind of uh, subpart news or just news on Pogba again, like just rumors, then it will towards the end. It will come towards the end, but I'm expecting nothing. I'm expecting nothing in the coming days now because, you know, if you're not in for Parisi and Savic anymore, you know, the only thing I'm waiting for is us trying to sell Zakaria, McKennie, Arthur, and let's see what Pogba will do. And waiting if a big offer comes in for one of our three big players, and that's what we're trying to do now. You know, so I don't expect new names, or like you can expect new names if you read Tuttosport, Gazzetta Sport. They will throw out a new name every single day because that's what they do. But something real, I don't expect that at this moment in time. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up because I've spoken enough. It's a weird day. It's not a good day for the club, and yeah, enjoy pre-season. Enjoy tomorrow's pictures of players coming back, and let's see. Let's see. Next week we play a friendly game. I think we play the 22nd of July. So yeah, not looking forward to it. Like, absolutely not looking forward to it because I'm just gonna watch the same thing, and watching the same thing just, oh my god, like it feels like it was yesterday. I was watching us getting our asses whooped by Empoli 4-0 or 4-1, whatever it was. And in a week's time, we're just playing a friendly, and you're just gonna see the same crap all over and over again because nothing is gonna change. Allegri's not gonna change. He's not gonna be out of nowhere be able to turn this thing around with a lesser quality squad at this moment in time. You know, that's just absolutely not gonna happen. So, not prepared. Absolutely not prepared going into preseason, and by the looks of it, you're probably not prepared going into August as well. But you never know. I guess keep the hopes up. Thanks everybody for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll be back live tomorrow, same time, to discuss whatever, basically. Go watch the daily video, and nothing special to announce because it's kind of a weird situation, you know. It's getting closer and closer and closer, and you can feel what's gonna happen, and it doesn't feel good, right? But yeah, everybody enjoy your day, evening, depending on where you're watching, and thanks for watching. See ya. Ciao.